Here are your Phoenix Park Pirates about to take to the field. A big round of applause, please, for the Phoenix Park Pirates. Carrying the ball on this occasion, former Galway star Alan Kearns. He's trying to provide some insights into how to beat the Dublin Eights. But first, out onto the field is the Phoenix Park Pirates, the head coach, Eddie Goggins. Okay, folks, and not surprisingly, the other team due out on the field right now. Would you please put your hands together for the Dublin Eights? The Dublin Eights being led out onto the field by their manager, Pat Gilroy, former All-Ireland winning senior football Bonistore with Balliol Clea. Also his assistant coaches, Mark Lawless, Desi Farrell, and Noel O'Donoghue. Desi, former All-Ireland winner with Dublin, on the field of play as well, and included in their lineup the great Jason Sherlock, Barry Cahill and Mossy Quinn. The officials for today's game are led by referee Tony Rivers along with Michael Smith and Paul Hosford. And now please give a warm 4th of July welcome to the Charge d'Affaires, John Hennessy Nyland.
The Pirates, as the visiting team, will have the option. That's heads, tails, heads. Call when it's in the air. We'll let it drop to the ground. We ask Ben to toss the coin.
Ready? Heads.
Heads called. It is heads. You have won the toss. You'll receive. Which end do you want to defend?
Defend.
Okay, backs to the end.
On that basis, we have the Eights lining up on the west side of the field. They'll be kicking off to the Pirates. The Pirates will begin the game on offense.
Yes, and the Dublin Eights wearing the yellow jerseys, managed by Pat Gilroy. On the sideline, he has Desi Farrell, who's chief executive of the Gaelic Players Association, which represents Ireland's GAA players.
A booming kick all the way down to the end zone.
The ball is in and the game is on, and it'll be interesting to see who has the benefit of the opening play here, Jim.
The return made it all the way past the midfield line. I couldn't get a glance at the number. Who returned that?
That was Sean Douglas, who somewhat embarrassingly likes Shania Twain.
Well, does he now?
That doesn't augur well for the day ahead. He's a Talaman. His most embarrassing moment came when he was actually singing Shania Twain, "Man, I Feel Like a Woman." I was talking to Gaelic Players Association Chief Desi Farrell earlier and asked him if he was ready to come on. He said the legs were gone. I said, Desi, the legs didn't go today or yesterday. Eddie Goggins has it, looking for options, throws it towards the end zone!
Touchdown!
Would you believe the best of starts on this occasion for the Phoenix Park Pirates, Russell Johnson with the touchdown! Keeping an eye on things on the sideline, Russell Johnson, the scorer of the touchdown, number 28. He's a 24-year-old from Dallas, Texas. The Dublin Eights must be getting serious. They've thrown on Eamon Fennell. You'd probably know him as a Dublin footballer. You'd probably know him as a phantom DJ. And now he's looking to create space. And we have another man here who's waiting for the
out of bounds
reception.
at the 5.
There seems to be a bit of a problem there. Would that be fair to say, boys?
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
There were options for the Dublin Eights. Eamon Fennell, 42, had made the move. And certainly there were options there for them.
The shovel pass around the side, the sweep, kind of freezes the defense. They don't know which runner is going to be taking the ball forwards. Showed some great speed to turn that corner, didn't he, Drew?
He did indeed, and the Phoenix Park Pirates really going to have to be on their game. It's in the red zone.
Fennell wearing the boots with the orange stripes. That normally means something. Looking for options.
Joe Gray drops back.
He's going to believe.
That was a quick response drive, only 2 plays.
Indeed.
Joe Gray, the man who managed to get over the line.
Joe Gray dropping back to pass just enough to suck the defense in, and then turns to his feet, uses his speed to get to the corner.
I don't think that was a planned run. He just saw the space and went for it. And the kickoff goes deep.
A booming kick all the way into the end zone, where it's fumbled for the touchback.
Mossy Quinn, the man who kicked that, he's kicked frees in Croke Park. There are big guns in this Dublin Eights side. A right good kick for Mossy Quinn, and nearly kicked it through the post at the opposing end.
Unfortunately, had he made it through the post, it wouldn't have been good for any points.
But it would have been a great achievement to see nonetheless. Hard luck, Mossy. The coach for the Dublin Eights been working late into the night on his game plan by all accounts. The ball goes in from Joe Gray!
And a beautiful pass there to number 8, Connor Dunn.
What a throw from Joe Gray.
I tell you, that'll shut my mouth. That's the last time I compare somebody to an Eagles quarterback. And that's not difficult.
Mossy Quinn drops it over the bar. He's done it from much more difficult angles in Croke Park. Mossy Quinn, the former Dublin footballer, manages to double the advantage. The Dublin Eights look to kick it off. Watch out for Barry Cahill. We have an ambulance on standby on the off chance you run into him. The ball is kicked. It's underway. A right good kick altogether. And the Phoenix Park Pirates looking to reclaim some territory. And this man looked like he was going through, but Jim, to no avail.
To no avail indeed. Ball carrier number 28, Russell Johnson, made it about a quarter of the way up the field, but being brought down. Was he brought down by none other than Barry Cahill?
I'm receiving reports that Barry Cahill was working out in preparation for this game. Spotted coming out of Curve's gym there during the week. Well done, Barry.
Eddie looking deep.
Has
Is Barry there?
He has
Oh!
Would you believe there's a man there that really could have caused serious damage? Corey Lawton was waiting, but unfortunately he was obstructed en route, but good territory gain, Jim. Goggins going for the option. Goggins spraying it around.
That was a dangerous pass there, Paul. I don't know if you noticed, he threw it into a gaggle of defenders. A bit of panic perhaps setting in for the Pirates.
There was a lot of bandy legs up there, all right, Drew. I did notice that.
This one's for all the marbles.
Goggins looking around.
Crossing route over the middle.
Throws in a pass. And would you believe, dared to collect and snuff out the danger. Barry Cahill. And for a change, he fielded a high ball and held onto it for a change. Normally it slips out of his hands. Buttery fingers, they call Barry Cahill, but not on this occasion.
Replay.
Let's have a look at that. Goggins with the throw, looking for his options, and there to stuff it out on his knees, Barry Cahill. And also on the field for the Dublin Eights in yellow, Jason Sherlock, former Dublin All-Ireland winner. It'll be interesting to see how he does it.
Deep!
And J.O. is there! J.O. can run, and would you believe he's on the field 10 seconds. And Jason Sherlock has done what no man has ever done before, and that is to touch and manage to get over the end zone and manage a touchdown in the first 10 seconds.
Here comes the replay.
Let's look at it here again.
It was a double
He's
move
looking
there.
for his options. J.O. makes the run. He's not a young fella anymore, but he managed to get to speed. Get over the line.
Now, I wish that replay had gone longer because I would love to know in which professional sporting league he learned those dance moves.
Paul, what would you say that? Was that a particularly GAA move he made at the end
I'll
there?
tell you, when I saw him running for it, I was saying, has he got the legs? Has he got the engine? He certainly has. Jason
The Eagles are
Sherlock,
going to give him a call-up.
He's a man that loves the big occasion, Jason Sherlock. He's delivered today, and the Dublin Eights are in the driving seat. So 5 minutes away from the break, and really you'd be expecting... Are they going for it?
No.
On this occasion, Russell Johnson couldn't burrow his way through, but you'd be expecting the Phoenix Park Pirates to try and get some points on the board before the break. He's having a look. He throws it out to...
Oh!
He involved David Rowan, and on this occasion, Sean Douglas was unable to capitalize.
Here we go. There's a deep pass. J.O.'s got it.
Here it comes.
And would you believe that is some throw, and it looks like they're going to finish the half very, very strongly indeed.
And yet you wouldn't know it from the way he ran that route. Gathered in the pass and went all the way to the end zone. Look at this replay.
Here. A fine long throw. He had options to his left, but on this occasion, Gareth Foley chose to go it on his own. He's known for that, for being selfish in and around that corner, but he decided to have a go himself, and on this occasion, his decision justified. Jaya was there, and Mossy Quinn puts another nail in the coffin of the Pirates, who will be forced to walk the plank if they don't win this one.
Jason Sherlock on the return.
And we're away, and Jaya's away.
Jason Sherlock going coast to coast.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we have our lost child announcement. Max, if Max's parents are free, could you make your way to the kids zone and they make a fair attempt? But in the meantime, what a run through, what a touchdown. Max, sorry about that. We'll look for your parents in a moment. That is quite a touchdown.
Here comes the replay.
What a replay. Watch it on the big screen. He grabbed the ball, made his run, and went for a touchdown. Darragh Foley, that is a serious touchdown. And is that a nail in the coffin of the Park Pirates?
An incredible run. I would even say it's the equal of cutting a 65 off of the ground.
I would say so. And Mossy Quinn is added another point. And really, it's a big uphill struggle now.
This is a tough road back, and they're going to have to start throwing the ball, I think, Jim.
Indeed, an attempt to run around the side, resulting in a loss of yardage, if anything.
Kearns is on. He's decided to take matters into his own hands. Wearing number 3, Alan Kearns in blue, the manager of the Phoenix Park Pirates.
Player manager, I believe now.
Player manager indeed.
And what do you think his chances are? You've seen him on the GA pitch more times.
I've seen him on the GA pitch. He's some man for the one man, as we say, but whether he can overcome the 28-point deficit, I think, could be a bridge too far. It's out there for Kearns to prove us wrong, Drew.
Eddie Goggins
Kearns has it breaking through. Offload to Goggins. Oh! And Goggins trying to build from the back. Kearns had a sneaky one offloaded to Russell Johnson from Eddie Goggins. It's just not happening today, Jim. He needs 28 points to get this.
Dropping back, 8-step drop.
A big long throw on this occasion. Douglas has it.
A brilliant catch.
Sean Douglas is hurt by the looks of it, though. He's limping back to the huddle.
Seconds ticking away.
A great catch.
A great catch made.
Allison Enge. Fantastic catch.
Goggins having another look. Unsure
He's
what
going
he
himself.
himself.
He's going
Decides
himself.
he wants to go. He's taking it on. Eddie Goggins. And this is going to make things interesting.
Eddie Goggins making it down to the 10-yard line before being brought down by number 36, Barry Bolton.
But on this occasion, I think Pat Gilroy has managed to outfox the Pirates by having some of the Dublin seniors involved, unless they can get a touchdown, and Kearns has managed it. Kearns, a 2001 All-Ireland winner with John O'Mahony, and certainly a dangerous forward when he's playing GAA.
And the kick is good.
Declan O'Dwyer drops it over the bar. And we'll just draw your attention to the fact that Desi Farrell has now taken to the field, and really they must be coasting now if they're throwing Farrell on to give him a little run. He's put in a lot of time on the training ground. He's on the field. Desi Farrell.
Desi Farrell, very popular on the training ground. The training ground is one of Offaly's finest pubs.
And they must absolutely be coasting, because Pat Gilroy's even now on the field, would you believe? It'll be interesting to see if the old men can show the young fellas how to do it. Down the right-hand side of the field. This is good stuff by the Dublin Eights, and Conor Dunn had made good ground and good fielding. Pat Gilroy was on the inside. He wasn't moving too fast, but he was there. You still wouldn't like to run into him. Pat Gilroy was giving him the option, but certainly the Dublin Eights looking to close out this game.
And Conor Dunn knows what. Almost fumbled
Pat
the snap.
Gilroy, the target man, is down in the end zone. Oh! Desi Farrell looked like he was about to cause a major problem for the Pirates. I think the only problem he caused was nearly to himself on that occasion, but nonetheless, he was in the right territory. It's a serious looking set of options. J.O.'s down there, Desi's down there, Pat Gilroy's down there. Where are they going to go on this occasion, the Dublin Eights?
And is this the beginning of the comeback? The Pirates hand the ball over, the Eights will have the ball with only 21 points to make up.
He's probably not got the engine for the full game, I would say, on this occasion. He's being used as an impact sub. And Phoenix Park Pirates trying to muster something. Are they running down a blind alley? Hard to say, but for the moment, Jim O'Shea has to content himself with about 10 yards. He's a grandstand finishing prospect. Goggins has a look.
Kerins is in the backfield.
Oh, what a throw! Oh, that is a throw of throws. There is a problem here, though.
No. Touchdown!
For a minute, we wondered if there was a problem.
Alan Kerins decided to get on the field for that final play as well. So, at the business end of the game, the manager's hitting the field.
Since Kearns decided to...
7 minutes left.
I think you should leave Jim alone, Paul.
Good recovery. Drew with Gray's on the move.
Touchdown.
Takes it right into the end zone.
Caught them sleeping.
Touchdown, Dublin Eights. Turn your eyes to the scoreboard. The Jumbotron has the replay.
Throws it long.
He's got a man.
For the second time in a row. He's done it. That is quite incredible. Let's look at that again on the replay. That man is also in contention for the MVP, and certainly for his own team, he's done a brilliant job. That is Russell Johnson. Unfortunate that that didn't work so well for Goggins earlier. It's over the bar on this occasion.
No good.
Oh.
No good.
Wide left.
And it's looking like celebratory afternoon for Pat Gilroy. Unless by some stretch of the imagination, the Pirates can get 5 touchdowns in the last
Quinlan on the move.
Seconds. Quinlan's on the go, and Quinlan has run in another try. This is an absolute massacre of the Pirates.
I believe he changes his name halfway through this run.
Surveys the field and sees a weakness on the right-hand side, exploited to the fullest.
The final kick of the game. No!
It's a fake! Throwing into the end zone.
Oh!
And that's what you get for trying to run up the score. He dropped it. He dropped it.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. Barry Cahill. He'd escaped the entire second half without any embarrassing remarks. And then
he even had 2 chances at that.
It's fair to say that was an easy catch, I think, guys.
We'll leave that with you for the moment, Jim, and look at Eddie Goggins. A big long throw again. He's trying to get it going. And that is a fabulous touchdown. And that route is working for Goggins. Goggins looks up, looks left, looks right, throws it, and then right in the corner, blocked out of the air for the final play.
And it's Joe Gray taking off up the middle of the field. Joe Gray not content with the 2 rushing touchdowns he has already. Making it into the end zone on the final play of the game.
I think we know who our MVP is going to be from today.
Really?
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the day.
Huge congratulations to the winner of the 4th annual Flag Football Classic here in Phoenix Park, to the Dublin Eights. A round of a huge applause. And I think I'm going to pass the microphone to Ambassador Rooney because he really is the true judge of football.
This was really a great game, and I thought that both teams, really came off well and did the job, kept it in there, was, close and tight. But as we always say, we have a scoreboard, and the scoreboard is what tells. So I do want to congratulate the Dublin Eights for his great job, and it's been a great day. Everything has been good. The coaches have done a marvelous job, the officials have done a marvelous job, and of course the players have.
What a wonderful day. We're delighted to be here. It's a fantastic event and so well run, so professional, and we're only delighted to be here. I think the teams are a little bit stacked, but we won't say anything about that. Mr. Gilroy. But no, it was really honoured to be here, and thank you for inviting me. And thanks to all my players and the coaches. They've done a great job. And we'll be back next year.
Extremely sporting opposition. Thanks, Alan, for a great game. I really enjoy games like this. But genuinely, I think it was played in really good spirit. There was a few bangs there and people just got on with it. So well done and much appreciated.
And now for the MVP, for the winning team. I think it's pretty obvious who it may be. Look at the scoreboard. 54 points for the Dublin Eights. Number 10, Mr. Joe Gray. And I want to invite United Airlines up to present the prize for the MVP. All right, thank you very much.
In the next weeks, I'll be very surprised. I would say the US Embassy will have to increase his wage packet in order for him not to accept such a lucrative offer. But he's down on the sideline at the moment with some post-match reaction from Dermot Key.
I've already had calls from Today FM, Paul, so I hope you're quaking in your boots up there. Okay, I'm joined by Jason Sherlock on the line here, who had a fantastic game. Jason, you caught the ball down there, maybe from a 30-yard run. It was fantastic. How did you enjoy today?
I thought it was about 40 or 50, maybe even 60. It'll be about 80 yards. But
maybe it was, yeah.
No, it was great. We'd worked on that in training. So in fairness to Joe, he put it right where I wanted it. So we put a lot of preparation into our touchdown special celebrations, myself and Amo. So it worked quite well to be able to do it.
So Michal O'Mara-Hertig, who we spoke to earlier, commented that you kept in shape for your whole career, and you're still in great shape now. How do you do it?
I don't know about that. I'll be sore in the morning. But yeah, it was great to have a legend like Michal here. And I suppose listening to Paul Collins, on the GA community, I'll apologise having to listen to Paul Collins for the rest of the day. He'll have to learn the rules of the game next year, and he might be able to contribute a bit better.
And Dan Rooney's been over here. You got a picture with him there earlier. Obviously, the work he's done with the embassy here and with the Steelers. It's great to see him here.
Unbelievable, and as Desi Farrell just said, what a legend he was in American sport and what he did with the Rooney Rule and the NFLPA. Obviously, Desi's working very well with the GPA, trying to put welfare structures for the Gaelic players. They are amateur players and they put an awful lot of effort into it. So it's great that we can look at someone like Dan Rooney and aspire to what he did over there.
Great stuff. Jason, the bar is located over here. So that goes for all the rest of the players. So you can start making your way up there. And Paul, I see you have a point up there already.
We're strictly on the Häagen-Dazs at the moment, Dermot. Although Jim has one disguised behind his Pepsi Max. But from us here, thank you very much, Dermot, for your contributions.
Thanks, Paul.
All afternoon. Thanks, Drew, and thanks to Jim from Misha Polo Cologne, Slán go Fóill.